Hello and welcome to the lecture. So let's understand how to debug JavaScript. And if you see the code here, take any code, you cannot really add a breakpoint here. Like there's nothing to add a breakpoint to say, okay, wait it here, I will debug and step over it. So how do you debug this JavaScript code that you wrote in the HTML page? So that's what we're going to learn here. So we'll do an exercise, debug, and we're going to take bootstrap file and I'm going to call it debug, and we'll write some error in this program and we'll try to debug it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write an external script text/javascript src is equal to, let's say, js dot slash, let's say js1.js. Well, this file doesn't exist and I'm not trying to embed them in the HTML page. So how do you debug this and how do you find out that there's an error in your web page? Okay, that's what we're going to understand. So open this, first save the file, right? Save the file and then open this debug.html. Let's close all the others. Okay, so this debug.html, there's no error here, right? There's no error when you say, okay, embed this js1.js and you don't have that file there, but you're embedding it here and you're running it, there's no error, so nobody know what happened. There is a way to see whether we have JavaScript error or not. So for that, right click on the web page, go to inspect, or you can say Ctrl+Shift+I. Okay, you go to console, make it little up, and before you actually see anything, you see there's an error here, right? This is called as JavaScript error. Okay, when there are JavaScript error, you will see a red mark here with number of errors here. You can click this to see the error, or you can go to console to see that error. There are two ways. You can click this to see the error, or you can click on console to see this error, and it's clearly say fail to load the resource. And what resource is this? Is js1.js, and basically it's telling you the error that you have in your JavaScript. Okay, so let's say, okay, I find it out that this is not there, so I'm gonna comment this out. I'm gonna use HTML comments, and when I refresh, that error is gone. Right, good to know. So we wrote an alert, but somewhere the line we forgot to write t. Okay, so now you can see you forgot to write the right function name. So now it's able to catch that error. It's saying we don't know what is that ALER. It no alert, but it don't know what function is this. So it's telling you there's an error here, and then how to debug this, right? You know it's coming up from here, but if you have 1000 lines of code and it's tell you there's an error, right? You can basically know it from line 10. So if you see line 10, it's clearly showing line 10. Let's move this to body section. Let's refresh the page. It's saying 21, so that's from here. So it's able to tell you what is the line number, and you want to know detail on, show me where is the error, right? Show me where is the error. So when you can click this link, it takes you to that error, right? It's really taking you to that error. When you go to sources tab, so you're in console tab just now, it will go to sources tab, and it will show you where is the error, and it can tell you exactly which point that JavaScript error is raising that error. Right, so this is a very cool way to understand how to debug your JavaScript, and basically browser does all the validation for us and it will help you understand where is the error. All right, so there are two ways. One, whenever you see, when you load a web page and you see this error mark, means there is a JavaScript error. You click this, you will go to console, you click on the link, it will take you to the error, and now you know there is an error here. You can go ahead and fix that error, right? And you refresh the page, that error will be gone. Right, so this is the way you debug your error. All right, so that's one way. And let's say there you want to put a breakpoint. You're not sure what is this. We just remove the t, we refresh it. So we know there is an error here, but we want to wait here. We want to add a breakpoint here. So you can just click it. You see there's a breakpoint in added, and now when you refresh the page, it will wait here, right? It will wait here for you to debug. Right now the program is not executing. You see it's loading it up here. Well, the program went into the debug mode, and now you can debug it from here. You can step over to the next function call, step into the function call. and then you can, if you click this button, you can just resume and finish off the program. So this is basically debugging of the JavaScript. You can go and click this and the error will be raised. And if you can fix this, you can go back to your code, you fix this, okay, you come here and you want to still have that the line 21, you want to still have that breakpoint. Now you refresh it. Even though this error, there's no error because you put a breakpoint at number 21, it will still come back to this, and then you can step into the function or step over the function, okay. And you can see it's still in the debugging mode. To finish off and come off the debugging mode, click on this resume script execution, then basically finish off executing the JavaScript code, right? And how to delete it, double click, it will be done. Click, you can add breakpoint, click to remove the breakpoints. So there's many ways. You can have console to see the error. So when you go to source, you can add breakpoints and hold the control, and from there you can debug your JavaScript code. Alright, so here are some of the ways where you can debug your JavaScript code.